All right, this video is to show you how to use the EatLove meal planner, how to customize it to meet the needs of you and your family. And I'm going to just point out the key areas that you're going to be working in. You should have received an invitation, and when you log in, it'll look something like this. Now, this is my test patient account. So your meal plan, the foods in your meal plan are going to look a little bit different. But the first thing you want to do is set up your settings and preferences. So to do that, just watch me again. I'm clicking here on these three horizontal lines, and then I'm going down to meal preferences. When you click that, you're going to get 4 different sections. So just go through these sections, and you don't have to fill out all of the information. And sometimes the more specific we get, the fewer options we get. So just fill out what's important to you. So as far as who's eating, there's going to be your name here. You want to put in what meals you actually want to EatLove to create for you. You don't have to use EatLove to its fullest capacity. So EatLove has the capacity to plan 7 days a week, 3 meals a day plus a snack. And when you're first starting out meal planning, that can sometimes be a lot. So you're welcome to use that, especially if you're looking to have all of your nutrition planned out, but you don't have to. So just toggle on the meals that you want. In this case, I am going to have EatLove plan, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 1 snack. And then what you can do here is add if you're going to have any family members eat with you so that the recipes are scaled accordingly. So here I'm going to say I want my husband to eat with me. I'm going to add an adult. And then I'm going to edit that because maybe he's only going to eat dinner with me. Okay, so it's going to have me add some info about him. So the reason it's asking for this info is because it's going to calculate what his portion sizes should be. Yeah, so he's, I'll just say, I'm making all this up here. So all right. So they're going to give him a single serving based on that information. Save. Okay. The other thing you can do is, let's see, maybe that's somewhere else as far as, okay. So add other family members as needed. And then you're going to go back to, just going to go back here. Oops. You're about to change the meals. Let's keep them as planned for a second. So I'm going to go back up here and go back to where I was. So you can always do that if you get like kicked out or you get a little lost. Go to those 3 horizontal lines, go back to meal preferences. That's where I was, and who's eating. Oh, here's where you can change it. So he's going to be adult number 1, and maybe he only eats dinner with me. So I'm going to he's on his own for breakfast and lunch and for his own snack. So this way, EatLove will, and as you saw on the earlier screen, you can add kids. It differentiates between preteens, kids, teens. So it will adjust the portions accordingly. And this way, the meals will automatically be scaled according to the settings here, and you can change them anytime. You also want to go into the food avoidances. Now, I have already set this up for you based on what I know about you and what we agreed about in our consult. So I have actually already chosen a diet prescription and put in your food avoidances to the best of my knowledge. But if there's something I missed, go ahead and change it here. This section is just kind of asking, are you a vegetarian or not, and what type? This is where you'll go more in depth about your allergies and avoidances. And so what I want to point out is there's some like the most common allergens here, and then you can click add more, and you can actually type in anything you can imagine. I mean, almost anything you can imagine. Like, okay, say I'm sensitive to grapes, I can add grapes, and you can just add anything else that you are sensitive to. Honey, I'm just thinking random foods here. Okay, so go ahead and close that window. And then you can add information about, I just want to say one more thing about the food avoidances. Do enter your food avoidances here, but always keep in mind that the more specifications you put in, the more limited the menus will be. So you could end up in a situation where it's just not giving you very many options. You're not getting much variety. So just keep that in mind. And be careful and just make sure if you select something, it's something you absolutely need to avoid. Cuisine, you can fill this part out. I don't usually because I want to see all the options and I don't want EatLove to limit me any further by picking a specific cuisine. It might be helpful though to pick what kind of milk you drinks. I do recommend that. And you can tell them if you eat white or brown rice. That doesn't, I don't think that part's very too important unless you're, I mean, you want to make sure you get the brown rice for the fiber. And then you can put in the kitchen equipment you have, list everything you have, and that way EatLove won't recommend a recipe that uses some device that you don't have. And okay, I would probably put grocery shopping once a week. That way you can set up your menu for the whole week and set up your grocery list all at the same time. The rest of this, you can fill out as well as far as like how much time do you have to make meals. I do recommend again, give yourself more time. If you say nope, I want every meal to take 20 minutes or less, it's not going to have as many recipes to show you. So just keep that in mind. Be honest, but keep it in mind. All right. Okay, so then once you have this part filled out, you only have to kind of do that once. Go ahead and save your changes here, upper right-hand corner. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and change my meals because it's based on the settings. Okay, so once that part's done, now I'm going to show you the three-step process that you're going to use every single week to set up your menus. EatLove will send you an email every Friday that says choose your foods for the week. So you're going to go in and you're basically going to complete 3 steps. Step 1, I'm just kind of giving you the overview here, and then I'm going to walk you through the steps. Step 1 is you're going to take a look at the menu and swap out anything that you might want to change. Maybe you don't like what that food is, or you just kind of want to see what your other options are. So you're going to first swap out anything because EatLove will have auto-generated a menu every week based on our settings and our diet prescription and all the nutritional parameters we have in there. But you'll be able to swap out meals. And the meals, when you swap them out, they are equivalent. It's going to show you meals that are equivalent in nutritional value and that fit your diet prescription. I'll show you how to make sure they fit your diet prescription. So step 1 is swap out anything you want to swap out. Step 2 is going to be to adjust the meals to batch cook. Like if you want to batch cook so that you don't have to cook too often. And just make sure in that way that the recipes are scaled appropriately. And then step 3 is going to be to create your grocery list. So one thing I'm going to show you now that you'll want to make sure to remember, because EatLove, and I do recommend doing this now during the day, from day to day, you can use EatLove on your phone just to pull up your recipes, see what you're supposed to have for that day. But I do recommend that when you do that once weekly meal planning on Fridays or Saturdays, that you use your computer because you can just see a wider expanded version. And so here's the step you don't want to forget. EatLove is usually going to, when you log in, default to this screen, the daily screen. Here is how you expand to see the full week. Okay, so remember, it's this button here that a lot of people forget that, and they're like, how did you get to that screen? So it's this button here. If I click it again, it goes back to the day. If I expand it, I get to see almost the whole week. So this is where we're going to be working. So you're going to log in when you get that email and take a look at what they have created for you for the week. And the first step is to swap out anything that you don't want. So let's just say that I don't want this radish toast. here are the steps to swap out what you don't want. You're going to click swap here. And then it gives you a few options here. You're always going to want to select smart choices because smart choices is going to keep you within your diet prescription and all the nutrition parameters we put in for you. So always select smart choices. Now, once you've had a lot more experience using the app, you might be able to venture away from that and use some of these other features. But for now, I want you to just use smart choices. And then it's going to show you some other options. Always click load more because it's only going to start by showing you 3. Oh, in this case, they don't have any more. So if you want something different, go ahead and select that. There you go. So you're just going to actually go through all the meals and do that. Swap out. So again, just to show you one more time, you're going to go to swap. So maybe I don't want the broccoli, chicken, and baked potatoes, swap, and then smart choices. Okay, load more choices. So I'll just select something else. And you can keep loading more choices. Usually it'll show you lots of choices. So I'm going to select something else. So that is all you do for, oops, usually it won't do this, my bad. There we go. So we have that. So that's step 1. You swap out anything you want to swap out. Maybe the rest of this looks good to me, so I'll keep it. You can arrow over to see like the remaining days of the week because it's only showing you 5 here. So the next step is going to be to just make sure that the recipes are scaled. Now, because you entered in already, who's going to be eating and for what meals, they're already scaled for that. But let's say I want to, or let's say that for lunch, I only want to let's say I only want to make lunch twice a week. I don't want to make lunch 3 or 4 days a week. So I want to scale this salad to make more servings. So go ahead and you're going to select well, first of all, to see how many servings it already makes and see here how it's shown you you're getting leftovers from that meal. So I think that meal probably makes 2 servings, but if you want to make sure, just click on the recipe like this. And it says, yep, serves 2. Okay, so I'm going to go back. And that's fine, but maybe I want to make it serve 3 days because I don't want to make lunch too often. So click these 3 dots. And you're gonna, so again, here you have lots of options. You're gonna just go to batch cook. That allows you to scale the recipe. Instead of 2 days, I'm gonna say 3 days. And in this case, for some reason, it's having what's that? Yeah, it's having that adult number 1 eat with me. So make sure it's all correct. Save here. I think because in my case, I think I left my adult number 1 eating all meals with me. I'm not sure, but that should be correct. And then, yep, so that's how you do that. So anything that you do want to batch cook, maybe for breakfast too, maybe I want to have the overnight oats for more days, and when you do that, it'll just kind of cover these meals. So maybe I don't want this one or that one. I want to have overnight oats 3 days in a way. Through 3 days in a row, you click the 3 dots, batch cook, and I'm going to change it to make 3 days. I'm going to take my husband off there. Okay, so it's just going to tell you, are you sure you want to cover up Friday and Saturday's meals? Yes. So then it's going to have the overnight oats recipes here for 2 days. So that's step 2. Step 3 is going to be to create your grocery list. And that is to do that. So I think just the quickest way to do it, you'll see these different, or the easiest way to do it, you see these different orange cart, like little grocery bag icons here. Once you have it all set up, make sure you have it all set up first. Then when you click the bag, the grocery icon on each recipe, it'll add all those ingredients in the right amounts to the grocery list. So I'm just going to do that to all of the meals. Make sure you have them all right first. And then you're just going to add, you're going to click every single one of them. I'm not going to click all of them right now, but you will once you're ready. And then your grocery list is up here. So let me just show you one final step. So you're going to click, once you've clicked all the orange things, you're going to click on that grocery list. Final step here is going to be just go through and check off anything you already have at home for one. So I already have, let's see, maybe I already have chia seeds at home. I already have light brown sugar. Oops. There you go, Nitch. I have light brown sugar. I have regular sugar. So those are I have vanilla extract. So those are the things it checks off and it'll remove them from the list. And then I would actually scroll up and you see this pink plus sign right here. Click that and that allows you to add anything else you need. And definitely do that because you really want to make this your one central grocery list for the whole household because this grocery list feature is really what ties all the meal planning together, keeps you organized. You can bring the grocery list, you can bring it on your phone, open up the app on your phone, go to the grocery list in the grocery store, check everything off as you purchase it. You can print the grocery list, email it. So I would add anything else I need here for the household to this list as well, etc. So that is how you use EatLove. That's kind of the beginner's quick start uh, instructions. And email me if you have any questions. Enjoy.